Hi, this is Jack Stanley, and I want to talk about making videos on YouTube. I have been around for a while, and I have spent a good deal of my life speaking to people and talking and performing or doing whatever it may be. And this is a fabulous and fascinating thing for me, this whole idea of YouTube. Now, it's an interesting thing, too, because I am of an age that's a little different, that I see things a little differently, and that I don't understand a lot of the various parts of the techniques of making recordings. I always make a recording from beginning to end without ever taking a break. Now, sometimes I goof up a little bit, but I just try to fudge my way through when I goof up. Because otherwise I got to start all over again, because I don't really understand the editing for this stuff. I'll admit, I'm one of those. I am proficient in things that I know, but I am technologically retarded, as a friend of mine puts it. I'm just not good at it. So sometimes I make videos and I will add everything that I'm thinking. And sometimes I'm a little too verbal on things. And I add a lot of information I shouldn't. Also, perhaps I don't talk fast enough. I've watched these programs where the picture changes every 5 seconds, like blah, 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 blah. And I'm like going, whoa, I need a seatbelt or something. I grew up with Uncle Walter Cronkite, and he talked at this speed, and hear now the news. This is the way I learned to speak, and I knew Walter Cronkite, and I got to spend some time and made a recording with him. And he wrote me a wonderful letter, which I always use in honor of my work, which was really beautiful of him. But you know something? The style of his cadence is a style of the 20th century. The 21st century is faster, quicker. There's movement to it. So I wanted to say to people of various ages who might listen to my videos and my expressions of like or dislike or questioning things or supporting things. Sometimes I don't mention everything I wish to. And sometimes what I will do is just remove it. And then I will try it again. I'm terrified of the fact of trying to figure out how to edit things, because I would be really bad at it, I think. And I think I will leave things as they are. I enjoy sharing ideas and thoughts and opinions with you. And I enjoy hearing back from you. Your compliments, your critiques, your threats. I've had a few of those, which is very interesting. But, it's interesting because I learn from listening. And as I said, I try to share, and I want to give information. I have so many experiences that I have had, and so many people I have known, and so many people I was fortunate to work with and do things with, that has given me a window to the world that is somewhat unique. And so as I dig through my memory and try to remember things and talk about people and people I perhaps made recordings with or talked to or had the opportunity to work with, I hope you will enjoy it. I hope you will have patience with a mature, little slow-talking individual who started with the 20th century style of the gentle Walter Cronkite style. Today, I don't know how well that style of Walter Cronkite would work. I mean, we all loved it. He was the voice of the 20th century. And I always remember, I asked him, how did you learn to talk the way you talk? And he said, well, I was born in Missouri and moved to Texas. And he said I had a father that would rap me on the knuckles every time I gave 1 sense of twang. So he was very, very careful how he spoke. I remember other people who spoke faster and were magnificent wordsmiths, like Peter Jennings. And I always remember when we made recordings, and then he told me stories, and we sat there over egg rolls and chit-chatted in his office and talked about things that we would do. And fascinating and interesting individual, and had a faster pace because he was younger than Walter. And when he listened to recordings that Walter made, he said Walter didn't practice. And I remember making a recording with Mike Wallace, and then listening to that voice and asking Mike Wallace, how did he learn to speak the way he spoke? And he told me that when he was in school in like 4th grade, the teacher came up and put her hands on his waist and said, Myron. He said, that's my real name. She said, you show signs of promise with your voice. And from now on, your voice will come from the diaphragm. And if you ever remember listening to Mike Wallace always spoke with that kind of diaphragmatic style. And so I copied and learned from some of these people, and it was my pleasure to meet them all and have conversations with them and learn how they learned. And that helped me to a degree. And granted, I am a man of the 20th century. Although it's the 21st, I am of the 20th. And so in all of my talks, in all of my conversations or recordings I play or whatever it may be, I try to share and I try to speak as well as I can. Maybe I don't totally fit in the 21st century in my style of speaking, but c'est la vie. This is me. I hope you enjoy some of the things that I do, and hey, I welcome advice, I welcome critiques, but please, no threats. That would be much better. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy a lot of the stuff here. And I figured I would just open a little bit of a window into myself of some of the stuff I've done. I have so many things to talk about, so many people I met, and so many people I shared time with who taught me and from whom I try to teach you. So I thank you.